G'day guys, welcome back. I've got a big canvas today. I'm going to do a 5 flip cup pour for you. I haven't done one for a while, and I did a little painting earlier today and I just love the colours. So I'm going to see what they look like in a flip cup. So this was the swipe I did earlier today. Hopefully you guys saw that video. Really like those colours. So I've gone with exactly the same colours. I've just added an extra white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cups. 2 of them are white. I've got my dark brown, which is burnt umber. This taupey colour is tiny little bit, well, two blobs of brown on the end of my stick in there with the rest of it white to make that sort of taupey colour. And then I've got this one is turquoise, so all Mont Marte paints today. And then this end one is, I call it teal. It's basically phthalo blue with some of the dark green in it. So you can see the trace on the top there. It lasts for like 2 to 3 seconds. And then it is done. I've got some clean gloves today because my other ones are so grubby. I've still got them over there. I'll use it when I mix paint, but I've got a nice clean canvas and I just realised if I need clean gloves, but I've still got my old ones there. Right, I have got my 5 cups to go. I'm going to do a flip and drag. It's my favourite thing in the world to do with acrylic pouring is a flip and drag. And yeah, it's been a while since I've done one, so I want to do one. So this is a 30 by 60 centimetre canvas, 12 by 24 inches. Now, what have I got in here? Basically 70 grams of pouring medium and 70 grams of paint. That's 140. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 4 drops. 1 drop per ounce or 1 drop per 30 grams. Will I do the white? Let's do 2 in the white. Let's go for it. Hey, let's just go for it. 4 in everything. It's probably a bit much. Just do it, hey? Why not? I'm going to see if I can get slightly bigger cells today. So maybe torching a little bit earlier than I would normally do. Just whatever you do, don't cover the whole surface with paint and then torch, because you don't have enough paint left on the canvas, like in thickness, so you're not going to get very good cells, because you want the thick layer of paint, different colors of paint in different layers, for the oil to come up through them to make those pretty multicolored cells. If you thin out your paint too much and then torch, you might only have like 2 layers of paint there because everything's been thinned out so much. So you're not going to get your beautiful multi-ringed cells as much. They might be more like blobs or bullets, or maybe just 1 color or maybe 2 colors. But the thicker your paint when you torch, the prettier cells are going to be. So try, and I know it's hard because I do it too, you know, you want to cover the whole thing and you don't want to risk overstretching, so you sort of cover everything and then torch. But I find that yeah, you do get better cells if you can torch while your paint is thicker. Gee, I don't know, I'm supposed to use half. All right, hopefully I've got half left. All right, here we go, layering. Feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch me layer paint. Today is Easter Monday. Happy Easter for those that celebrate Easter. I get to paint. I get to paint every day now, really, because I'm not working. Well, I haven't got my next roster yet, but for the last 2 weeks and the next week, I don't have any shifts, so that's 3 weeks worth. So we'll see what happens with the next roster. All depends on whether the private hospitals are going to be taking public surgical patients. That will determine whether or not I get work. Here's my second layer of white. need to put more paint in my end cup here. He always misses out. By the time I get down there, there's hardly any paint left. This is that beautiful taupey cream colour. Hopefully I'll get really pretty cells from this. Got really pretty cells from the swipe, but a swipe is, you know, it's a very different technique. So I might not get the same, but I want to experiment and find out. I feel a bit thick. So when you're doing your flip cups, to get pretty cells, you have to have light colours against dark colours. There's no point putting all light colours or all dark colours. You won't see any definition in your cells. Whoa, that was nearly a disaster. Just my end cup there's hardly got anything in it, so bring him up here and you can have a little bit more paint in him. I'm running out of paint. I might have to make up a little bit more white. I don't mind some white on the top as well, so I think I'll make up some more white. Because I'm using all of what I've got here, and I've still got another layer to do, haven't I? I'll put that there, then I can remember that that needs to be white. I'm just going to mix up some more white, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my white. There he is. I'll take you out of the way, and let's put some oil in you. Whoa, that was a bit much. Kind of squeezed it there. Let's just dab some of it out, hey? Now, I might change up the order for the next ones. Might leave the white till the end. So if we have brown, then that. One of these two together. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, I'll just do that. Okay, here we go. Finish off my colours. See what I mean about not having enough for the poor little end cup? Poor little thing. He never gets enough. I'm having to go through, well, I have to share it out with 5 cups, so it's a bit tricky. The cups don't get very much, you see. I might swap you around. There we go. You can be at the front for a while and get a little bit more paint. A little bit of turquoise. So my daughter Christy, who has been up for Easter, she's packed up and gone back home now, south of Brisbane. It's about a 2-hour drive, I guess. So she's gone back now. She was up here for a week. We did a painting together, which was lovely. And then my husband, he'll go back to work tomorrow, Tuesday. And that will leave me all alone again for the next 2 weeks. And I'll really be in isolation. Nobody around. But I've got you guys for company, hey. It makes it better. I know you guys are there. So it helps. Someone to talk to during the day, hey? And hopefully you guys feel the same. It's nice to have people with the same interests talking back to us, hey? I'm going to put the white on top. Finish it off with white. Because I think this teal will go nice with the fawn colour. What is it? Fawn, taupe, cream, beige. I don't know. Sand. I was kind of looking for like a beachy kind of a colour scheme. I do like my beachy colour schemes. All right, there we go, that's it. Righto, let's finish you all off with some white now. Just enough, hey? Look at that. Woohoo! Please be a pretty pour. I don't feel as if I've done a really pretty flip cup pour for a long time. I don't know why. I don't know whether I've just lost my mojo or I'm just being too critical. I don't know. I just haven't loved my flip cup pours for a while now. Okay, let's flip these babies over. Sorry if I'm shaking the tripod. Tripod's just about that far away from my canvas, so every time I bang the table, it shakes. Now smooth over my little blobs. I shouldn't have to leave them there very long because I have sprayed the cups with my silicone oil spray in the can. So it just makes the paint flow out a little easier, stops it from sticking to the sides. Hopefully the amount of white I've got in there will give me some good cells because the white is an opaque colour. I think the turquoise, I think this one's going to be opaque as well because it's got so much white in it. And I think the turquoise, is the turquoise opaque? Not sure. Might be. All right, that's enough. Let's get to this. Whoops. You can tell I haven't done that for a while, hey? That was too slow. Let me pour a little bit on the corner. See how the corner one is stripy there where I've just poured that out? That's why I don't use it back in the middle. Oops, fluff on my gloves. Right, a little bit faster. That's better. Oh, that one's got more teal in it. Wonder why. I'm not doing a very good job of these. Really not. Pouring them out well. All right, you're going to have to go on the corner. And you can go on the corner too. I'll be tipping this paint off anyway. But it's just something to wet the canvas with, really. Now, whatever you do, don't be tempted to put paint in there, okay? Just don't do it, because it won't look nice. It'll be stripy. That's a really nice focal point, that dark teal there. Now, this is the area with the most area that needs covering, so we'll turn it around and do him first while there's still a lot of paint on the canvas. We can use the weight of that to really push it down. Don't want any going off the sides just yet. So we'll be really careful just to zigzag down on a bit of an angle. And just, oh, this is going to be tricky. Just try and wet that, cover those areas. I might use the corner catcher to stop the paint from leaving the canvas just yet, because I want that area covered. So it's getting smaller. So use your corner catcher, keep as much paint on there as you can, and then while the paint's still nice and thick on the surface, okay, just over, bring it back. All right, so hopefully we've lost minimal amount of paint. Now turn it around. It's looking really, really pretty. All right, so this is where we torch now. That way we can give the cells a good chance of stretching and growing as I tilt the rest of the way, okay? Nice and high and lightly. Round in little circles. Don't dab at it. Like, don't go down quickly. Don't dab with your torch. Just keep it at the same height, round and round, little circles. You probably won't be close enough to pop bubbles, but that's okay. You don't want it that close. If you're popping your bubbles, you're probably too close. A few little bubbles may pop, that's fine, but if those big ones don't pop, just leave them. Don't get so close that you're trying to pop them, just leave them, they'll pop. Or you can get a skewer out later and pop them. Got a bit close in a couple of areas. I can see a couple of caterpillars forming, but hopefully it won't be too bad. It's tricky to do. I mean, I've done this so many times, but I still manage to torch too closely at times. Don't think I'm going to get much in the white there because the white's pretty thick just there. Okay, I think that's enough. So that's sit for a minute. Now I can still see I've got lots of bubbles, and as I said to you, if you're getting close enough to pop your bubbles, you're probably too close. Okay? Don't want to get too close. There's lots of little ones around. I'll just leave them. Now let that sit for a minute because the cells will come up and they'll start to grow a little bit. Probably have to tip some of that white off. See, it's quite thick there, the white. And I did make the white a little bit thicker in this pour, just because I know that I usually lose all my white. It tends to sink. So I made it a little bit thicker. All right, I'll leave my bubbles for now. I might just zoom you in a little bit more, because now that I've finished tilting, you might want to just be a little bit closer. How's that? It's very pale on the sides, isn't it? It's almost like a sandwich pour, and that's something else I want to do because it's been like forever. It was last year, I think, since I did a sandwich pour. It's got these lighter areas here, and I've got the darker area there. Don't know why. Just is. Right, so I want to get some of that off. Those I really like. But see how small my cells are? So this is why we need to torch early, so that we can grow them. Now the weight of the paint is up here somewhere. So don't just go straight down, go left and right and left and right. Otherwise your cell's just going to get long. We want them to go round. So we want to go left and right. I know that was a big one to the right, but I wanted to get rid of some of that white. See, let the weight of the paint help you. See, it's how it's moving. Just take your time. Go over that corner. Come back. Okay, so now we're covered. Wow, look at that. Those are amazing colors. Now I'm just going to walk the paint back to the middle. And then I can decide if I want to do anything else. Wowzers, you guys, look how pretty it is. Oh my gosh. A bit of a caterpillar there. I might walk the paint back down that way a little bit. And just get a little bit more off the bottom there and get rid of that little caterpillar. There he goes. Now walk it back. Make sure you walk it back to the middle. So that's kind of stretched all my cells out a little bit. And you can see down here, see how these ones are starting to overstretch a little bit? That's because they're half over the canvas and half up here. So it's pulling them down. They're starting to get a little bit elongated. So once that's happening, just stop. I might take it back. Just a little bit to straighten them out a bit. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll just take it back to the middle. Take the weight of the paint back to the middle. Oh, I love that, you guys. I was just saying that, you know, I didn't love a painting for ages. I love that. Wow. Yeah, it's a little bit busy here where I did get a bit close to the with the torch. But I've got some beautiful background there. I'm not going to torch again. So you can see where I got a bit close because it's like a little colony, a little cluster. And here, oh my gosh, those colours are amazing. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so happy with this one. Haven't done a pour that I love this much for a long time. This makes me want to do a big one in these colours now. But, you know, it's hard going up in sizes, but I'm going to take you down for a close-up because I'm so happy with it. Wowzers. Do you love it? Do ya? It's got so many multi-colours in here. Yeah, what happens if I turn my light off? I never know. Is that better? No, see, now I'm in a shadow. If I turn it back on, am I in the shadow? No, it's not that bad. I'll just leave it on. Look at that. So pretty. A beautiful blended background. That turquoise with the white and then in with the taupey colour and then into the dark brown and the teal. The teal blending with the white gives another shade again. Love this section here. Look at the colours and the variation in those just there. That's like my favourite spot there. Love how that chocolate brown's shone through. And then again up here. Love that area there. The chocolate brown with the turquoise, different shades of the turquoise. So pretty. And then up here we have a little bit of a colony, little cluster because I got too close with the torch. You'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? But look, it's so hard. A split second of being, you know, a tiny bit too close and bam, Cell City. I keep telling myself, go slow, go high. You can always come back. Slow heat through that paint will very gently bring the oil to the surface. It'll bring the colours with it. And that's what you want. You don't want to rush it. You really don't. But I did. Never mind. I love it anyway. It's really pretty. I think I deserve a cuppa now. Put my feet up. Can have a coffee. I might even watch some YouTube videos. Catch up with some friends on YouTube. Actually, if I hold it like this and try not to get in the way of the light, let's just do a slow pan over the top like that and try not to drop it. What I love about flip and drags is those stripes. Really like that. I mean, when you just do two big cups, it's really pretty as well, but I don't get the color variation that I get when I do those drags, and I get those beautiful bands of color and they all blend together. That's what I really love about the flip and drags. Love it to pieces. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take some photos of it, put it under a big net and let it stay nice and safe for a few days. All right, stay safe everyone. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye for now.